Hello everyone, I've had quite a lot of messages from people asking me to do a tutorial video for When You Were Young, the cover that I did. So I'm just going to run through the chords and stuff with you. So we start off with obviously a capo on the second fret here. You can move it up and down depending on how you want to sing it obviously. The actual song is would have been on the fourth, but since it's acoustic it's a bit less of a strain on my voice in particular just to get to the high notes. First chord we use is a C9. It's worth mentioning throughout the whole song we're going to be using these two fingers on these two strings. Keeps it quite constant through the whole song there. The first chord, as I said, was C9, where I use my middle finger on the second string, but with this finger I also mute the first string and the third string, so you're getting that, and then the rest of the notes makes it sound quite bassy and sounds really nice. And the rhythm obviously goes like this. And then from that chord we're going to D sus4, which is this, and I use my thumb to mute the rest of the strings, like that. Obviously keep the D string open, so it's just the top two that you're muting there. And then from that we're going to an E minor 7th, which is just simply that. So far you have this. From that we're going to G, where I instead of going like that, I mute the A string with my middle finger, so it gives it quite a bassy sound, like that. And then before you go back to the C, I quite like to do a G with a B in the bass, which is that. And you're muting the first and third strings again, and then back up to the C. So it basically goes like this. And the chords are really similar to the whole song. And then the bits that are different is this bit. That's leading into the Devil's Water bit. And all I'm doing there is using that C9 there, and then the G with the B in the bass, and then A minor, and G. And this bit you go, so it's a G, then a D with F sharp in the bass, then an E minor, and then a D. So that whole bit goes like this. I'll play it a bit slower. Then the Devil's Water bit, chords for that, I forget them all the time. I think it's A minor, and then a normal C, and then an E minor, and a D, an E minor again, and a D again, and then back into your riff. That's pretty much all the song, and at the end, right at the end, you do that little run again. That. So there's one other thing that I didn't really do in the first video. The riff that is in the actual song, you can kind of bring it in a little bit. I'll just show you. What you're doing is you're lifting your pinky off at one point, like this. That's just something extra you can do if you want to. I hope what I've done has helped. I'll just run through a verse and a chorus just to show you how it sounds. You sit there in your heartache, waiting on some beautiful boy to save you from your old ways. He plays forgiveness, watching now. Here he comes. He doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but he talks like a gentleman, like you imagine when you were young. When you were young. And there you go. Thanks for watching.